cried in my third MBBS and my final MBBS.
What was the toughest exam you wrote in medical school? Out of these 5 major professional exams, which one was the toughest?
Okay, once you see pass, you pass. Once you see pass, you pass.
You just move, you just hold the score. At first, let me move to the next class. Yeah. Okay, but which exam was the easiest for you in the 5? I don't know if I'm the only one that is curious, but I feel like the audience, everybody that is watching now, is very, very curious to know why you cried in your 3rd and 5th MBA exam. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Storytelling with Dr. Fatimba. And today we have a very special guest with us. We had invited her once where she shared her story about how she did not choose medicine, medicine chose her, and that story says a lot and you should go and watch it if you have not seen it. Today we have her in the studio again to share another story that is inspiring, that is stirring with so many lessons. And she has given me a sneak peek. I have not heard the story for the first time. This is my first time hearing the story. She only gave me an idea. And guess what today's episode is about? Well, you get to find out as we continue talking. So join me as we make welcome Dr. Mesoma. Mom, we are so happy to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless
us. Next time, maybe I would have a plate of chicken and. Alright, so yeah, let's get into the video for today. So in medical school, how many exams did you write? How many professional exams did you write?
Let's say the crossover exam, second MB, third MB, fourth MB, fifth MB. That's like 5 professional exams. But sometimes they don't call the crossover exam professional exam, but it's the rate determining step to know if you are going to continue with the
department.
Yeah, in the department. So yeah, so let's say 5.
So 5 professional courses, and I made a video where I talked about the different exams that you're going to write in medical school, so you can always check it out. So today I want to hear your experience during your exam. First, what was the toughest exam you wrote in medical school? Out of these 5 major professional exams, which one was the toughest?
Well, my toughest exam, I would say, is let's say the exam. Let me use my emotion to qualify it, because if it's tough, all of them were tough. But I cried in my 3rd MBBS and my final MBBS, which we're in Southeast, so our final MBBS is also called 5th MBBS, but it might be called a different thing altogether where you are. So yeah, those are my toughest exams.
So Mama, you cried during your exam?
I cried though. I needed to
ease it all.
Yeah. It was very important and necessary.
I don't think there's any exam I've written that a tear have not dropped.
Wow. So I'm a hard girl.
And the only thing that you cried. I don't cry after the exam. I mostly cry before the exam because preparations are always
overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming at some point. So let's hear your story. Which of these exams now do you think is it the 3rd and the 5th MB were the toughest? For you? Based on
the crying. Based on the crying.
So which exam would you say came out the best out of the medical school? I don't know if you guys check your score.
No, I don't even know my score till today.
The only score I know is 2nd MB score because they gave us the scores with the results. The other ones you have to go to the office and check. I didn't even check.
Once you see pass, you pass. Once you see pass, you pass.
You just move, you just hold the score. At first, let me move to the next class. Okay, but which exam was the easiest for you in the 5?
I wouldn't really say, but it would have been my 2nd MB actually. So that would have been my 2nd MB because both the preparation, it's not that it was not a bit tough. At least that was the first time I'm writing MB exam. But it was not to compare with other things like other exams. second MB for me was simpler.
Okay.
It was simpler.
So I don't know if I'm the only one that is curious, but I feel like the audience, everybody that is watching now, is very, very curious to know why you cried in your third and fifth MB exam. People cry for different reasons at different points, but for you now, why did you cry? And specifically in these two exams, what happened?
Okay, for third MB exam, I think it was pharmacology. It was pharmacology. It was pharmacology. So I think it was the essay. We finished the essay that day, and they gave us 7 questions. That was the first time they were giving 7. Other times it was 5 questions to answer all. But I think this time it was 7 questions to answer all. I can't remember vividly, but I think number 1 question was compulsory. But then you have to answer you cannot choose 5. The rest 5 out of I can't remember how the question was. Yes, but it was 7. So I was answering. I can't even remember what happened. But generally the exam was tough. Like the whole class felt it. Then after the essay, it was time for MCQ. You know, when you don't know number 1, you don't know number 2. You're hoping, okay, let's say from number 5, 6, 7, you
start
know
seeing
it.
familiar.
Number 15, 1 to 15, you don't know it. Oh God. I'd already entered my room. Thanks to Ozema. Ozema is my hot body.
Shout out to Ozema.
Yeah, girl child. We call her girl child. So she's like, Faith, you shouldn't be crying. I wrote the same exam too. You've not even seen the results and you're crying. And the Holy Spirit was like, after that essay, I shall ate though. Crying will not stop me from eating. Crying will not stop me from eating. The Holy Spirit was like that. I'll still pass the exam. You know, that time when God is telling you something and every circumstance surrounding what you are currently facing is not like, it's quite opposite of what God is telling you. Yeah. So I braced up, went for the MCQ. MCQ showed me shaggy, but I didn't cry after that. I cried after essay, but I didn't cry after MCQ. Yes. So I was shocked that when the result came out, it was PP. So I passed. So I passed. Yeah.
Wow.
So thanks to God. Yeah.
Sometimes when we fear things, they really don't happen the way we assume they're going to happen. And for medical school, it can really be unpredictable. Because,
Exactly.
The lecturers are marking it. You don't know the mood they will be in when they are marking it and stuff like that. Okay, so let's now get to the 5th MB. This is the story of the 3rd MB, right? So the 5th MB, what happened? Why did you cry?
Okay, for 5th MB, I think what just happened is that I went blank. I was supposed to collect. Yes, it was OSCE, and thankfully it was mock. It was a medicine. Yes, I went blank. Like, oh God. It's OSCE. We don't do long short. Yes, it's OSCE. Yes, you collect your patient and trust medicine of Isukon. They'll just give you 1 or 2 presenting complaints, and you are meant to collect the presenting complaints, and from the presenting complaints, find out what is the cause, and then continue. You have to continue to collect until your time is up. Your first 3 minutes is up. Then, still sitting there, the consultant will now ask you, okay, so what's your diagnosis? Wahala for you if you don't if you don't reach where you're supposed to say your diagnosis. Yeah. So I think one of where the thing happened was, it was an endo station. And the weirdest thing there is that it was a male. The case scenario was a male. And we all know, when you are reading and they're painting scenario, hypothyroidism usually female, hyperthyroidism usually female, kind of a thing. So they now tell you, the case scenario now say, I think either 62 or 64-year-old man presented with, I can't even remember it was only 1 presenting complaint. So you have to be really nice. You ask the first one, patient say no. Ask the second one, patient say no. Ask the third one, patient say no. You know, oh God, no. I came back, I wailed, like, but thank God, results came out, and it was PP, and I passed. Yeah, so that was it. Yeah.
really an experience. Guys, I'm on medical school exams. Oral rice and beans. Oral rice and beans. It's affecting really,
Yeah.
seriously. There are some times when you write exams and then people that you were not expecting to fail
Yeah.
would have issues, you get. And did you at some point have any close friend that had any issue with their exam that you expected this person to have done so well? And if it ever happened, what posture did you take in, getting to reach out to these people and encouraging them? Because I know that there are many people that go through failures in medical school. There are many people that have issues. Thankfully, God has helped some of us. We didn't have any receipts or any problem, but we might have friends, or we might have had a friend that had an issue. What posture did you take to reach out to them, and what were the few of the words you shared with them that you want to share with our audience in case there's someone out there that is going through that trying time?
Yeah, so I've had just a few number of them, and it's not something that is easy, especially when second MB is more like another or general rate the meeting step, and you see that okay, some few persons had receipts, but this person passed, and third MB the person passed, then now got to fourth MB and this person did not pass anyone, and then we wrote 3 courses, O and GPD and community medicine, and this person not passed anyone or just passed one. I'll be like, okay, what happened? This person, in fact, me, I sleep a lot. I sleep a lot. So, and this person almost always reads, even in the middle of the night. And you're wondering what happened. And just to be sincere, I'm not really a fan of meeting people when something happens to them immediately, except you are more of like a younger generation, like let's say 2 classes below or something. So I'll just give you some space. It's not that I will not talk to you or anything, but
allow them to like process
yes, because I know sometimes I used to put myself in their shoe. What if I am the one that this thing happened to? Would I want? Obviously, you know what people will say, and most of the time, because I used to think like I have not experienced this thing, am I sure that what I'm going to say to this person is what this person actually needs? So the best thing that I can do is, if I'm able to get to you physically, I'll just hold your hand. I will not say a word. I'll just hold your hand, or I just hug you. If you want to cry, you can cry, but I'll not say anything. It's probably based on what you are saying. If you are too demoralized and probably cursing, that's the time I'll just try to talk you out of it, yes. But if not, I'll just hold your hand. Then when I'm not able to do that, what I do is just give you some space. Then when I see you next, I'll just greet you normally as if nothing happened. Like, what's up? How are you doing? If we have lecture,
that's actually what they need.
Like, I just vibe with you as if nothing happened at all.
If you come with that pity face
I hate
every
it.
time.
I hate it. It used to pain me. I hate it because the place I school, it's as if we are a community, and some people just when people just look at you like so pitifully that you just don't want to step out of your room. I'm not like that. You will even be wondering, is you that want to hide from me while I am the one just greeting you as if nothing even happened to you? Yes, that's just basically what I do. And I think that's something that we should also think about, because most of the times what we say to them, except we have been in their shoe, let's say you failed that exam or you failed the exam with the person, it's quite related. We can now tell the person, okay, we are in this together, let's just brace up. We have exam in 3 months time. Now it's now 2 months. In 2 months time, we have to sit up and do this thing again. And we know that you can easily be even with the person, but in a situation whereby it is not like that, I think you should just give the person some space and then pray for the person. Then if the person is so close to you that some people respond to trauma differently. Some people will want you to be there, even in as much as you don't want to disturb them. You can just send the person a text message that I am with you in this, and I am praying for you as well. I'm sorry I'm not able to be with you right there. It just helps the person to know that, okay, fine, you care about me. Yeah, and why some people they just enjoy that space.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you very much for this words of wisdom. So guys, medical exams is not very easy, but one thing you must learn to do is to always trust God, right? So Mama, one final question for this particular session. So what were the things that you feel helped you during the exams? What would you say played a major role in the different exams that without this you would have had an issue, generally speaking?
Yeah, I think it's generally you will read, but just have a word from the scripture, a word from God for that particular exam, because it helps to, like, when things get difficult, the word will just bounce back. You just chew it and swallow it again and move on.
Exactly.
Then another thing is have some basic things you need around you, including friends. Some people may not have families that will support them during exam, people that will send them money or stuff. Believe me, money works. Let me just give you a tip. When I was praying for my third MB, so one of my friends, were I think more common in that period. So she came around and was like, do you know that my brother just came and told me to come to the school gate? I came to the school gate. He took me out. We went to the shopping mall. We got provision. I ate and stuff. I was like, oh, like that was actually the first time I experienced and I started this thing that the Bible says, rejoice with them that rejoice. Like that's the shortest miracle for me. So in the night, this thing happened. She told me about it like in the daytime. We went for a revision class. Then in the night, we had the exam the next morning. So I was actually sleepy reading. Yes. So I think I was supposed to wake up by 1 a.m. to read, but I just had to move it. I don't know what just led me to touch my phone. I touched my phone. I saw that my brother sent me money. Like
the sound of alert
and her dog. Most of the time, everybody's awake that period of time, and in my school, all the people in the same class tend to stay in the same floor. So I just shouted her name, Christabel. What has happened to you? Happened to me. She shouted from her own room. Me, I shouted, "Omo, book entered that morning." Like it's as if something just like everything was just entering. So we all need emotional support, financial support, family support. Yes, just get those things around. Then what I was talking about previously, food. If you cook, ensure that you get food stock up in your fridge, because somehow when you are coming back exhausted and you are entering the kitchen to cook. Then if you have, some schools have helpy lists. If your helpy is diligent enough to the helper, yes, if your helper is diligent enough to assist you to buy food, like for us we didn't cook in school, so to help you buy food with your money, except the person is generous enough to bring you food. Yes. So
I think they does that a lot. Same they just has this way of pairing people that are writing exam with those that are not writing exam.
If you have not joined CMDA, where you are.
What are you waiting?
No, you are missing. You are missing a whole lot.
You are like
so it's something that is very important. Then pray. Don't allow your reading time to prevent you from praying. So just find a way to schedule it. It may not be that exact time that you pray anymore, but ensure that it's constant, that you see God's face. Yeah.
Thank you, Mama, for these tips. Please write these tips down, note it, mark it, write it boldly and paste somewhere. Medical exams are not easy, but if you have these things that she has said listed, with God, prayer, having a scripture to back up your studying, also studying diligently, like that part cannot be emphasized. Studying diligently, you definitely scale through. There are times you break down. There are times you
I just
cry.
wanted to talk about that. Have somebody you can cry on his or her shoulder. It's very necessary.
Yeah.
It's very necessary.
Does anybody want to shout out to that?
Ozi International. The girl child. No, and she, when you are slim and you have a friend that is a bit chubby, when you need that 360,
the hug.
Yes.
Shout out to Ozioma. Ozioma, we are giving you a shout out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this particular episode. Personally, I enjoyed it, and I know that you've learned a lot. God bless you abundantly for joining us. Mama, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
We are so blessed. We are over blessed to have you. Thank you so much.
If there is school for hype men, have to enroll our chief. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so we'll see you in the next episode. If you have any question, drop it on the comment section. If there is something that you have experienced during your exam and you would want to share with us, the comment section is always free and open for you to share your own experience. Tell us if you have cried during your medical exams, and if you have a friend that you also want to give a shout out to for being a shoulder for you to lean on, please give them a shout out. For me, I want to give a shout out to Chemaria, Christy, Nzubechi, all the flat 4 girls in my hostel. Then it was so warm having you guys around.
We love
then
you.
To my senior colleague, Dr. Oluchi, Dr. OJ, Dr. Chioma, thank you so much for always being there to encourage
these people. I know them.
Thank you all so much. Shout out to you all. Alright, so we hope to invite her for another episode. So look forward to it. She should be sharing more stories about her medical school experience. For now,